Hi, I'm Darren with All in Learning, and in this session, we're going to show you how to easily create assessments in All in Learning, some shortcuts around that, and then some great ways to save time for your team by creating an assessment and sharing it with your teammates. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. And the first thing that we're going to look at is we do have in our platform a lot of content. Now, that's typically centered around the tested grades and subjects, so a lot of ELA and math content. In our platform, we actually have a curricula tab, and that curricula tab lets me select grades, a grade and a subject. So in my example here, I've selected fourth grade math. And so these are aligned to a lot of the state standards, to the Common Core standards as well. So there's content in there that's readily available, about 75,000 questions, K to 12. So we won't have every subject, but we do have, again, a focus on a lot of the tested grades and subjects. In the curricula tab, what you'll see is you'll see there are resources that we've put together. So there are things like exit tickets and challenge boards, informative rich lessons. We have additionally item bank questions for you to create your own assessments. And we also have, not under the curricula tab, but we also have a tab called reading passages. So you can use our reading passages that we have available there as well. Feel free to log in and look and see for your grade and subject what resources are available, and absolutely take advantage of those. What I'm going to focus on now is I've got an assessment that I want to give my class. And in this scenario, we're going to give the test pencil and paper. So I'll be using the bubble sheets from All in Learning. The students are going to be able to bubble in their answers, all right? And I'm going to show you the easiest way to take that assessment and get the data with All in Learning. And the way that we'll do that is we're going to go to My Assessments, and we're going to create a new assessment. And in this example, we're going to build an assessment key. So hear me at the very beginning. I am not typing in my questions and answers. I don't have to recreate each question in All in Learning. We're actually going to create a key, and we're going to add the standards. And then I'm going to show you as well how to share it with your team. Okay, so that's our first usage scenario right here. So it's pencil and paper. I'm going to build an assessment key, and I'm going to give it a name. So I'm going to say grade 4 math, quiz 1. And I'll select my grade and subject. This is our quiz 1, week 1 for our description, and I'll click next. And so all that I'll do in All in Learning now is I'm just going to click through and enter the question, enter the correct answer for each question. So this quiz has 6 questions on it. I've clicked in the answer for each question, and now I'm going to insert the standards. So I've got my standards toolbar here. I'm going to click on the standards that I'm assessing. And then I do have a shortcut here that I'm going to show you. I'm going to select the standard, and I'm going to insert that select standard to questions 1 and 3 and 6. I'm going to turn that standard off and go select the next standard and attach it to the other 3 questions. You can double or triple code standards, so you can add multiple standards to cover one question. But there's my short key. I'm going to click Save Assessment. I'm happy with that assessment. The correct answers are in there. The standards are in there as well. One other thing that you can see here, you're not stuck with multiple choice only. We've got short answer options. We've got student work, which includes grading with the rubric and grading with the slider. So students can, in addition to answering questions on the bubble sheet, can, on a separate piece of paper, do short answer, do solve problems. They can even write essays if you want them to. All of that can be graded in All in Learning. It can be tied to standards. and you're going to get all the great data that we help you effortlessly collect and access right away. So when I'm done, I click Save this assessment. Once I've finished with the key and the standards, I'm going to go back to my lessons and assessments, and now I'm ready to give this assessment. But before I do that, I'm going to share this with my team. So one person creates it, but everyone can use it. And that's not only true at our campus, but if I'm connected to teachers at other campuses, I can share this with them as well. So under the Actions tab, I click Distribute, and then I can select the PLC that I want to share this with, or the data team that I want to share this with. And so I just select that there. There are other options beneath this on that we can designate in the assessment, but when I click at the bottom, when I click Send, it's going to go take this assessment and it's going to put it in every teacher's account that's in my PLC. So what's great about this is one person creates it, everyone can use it, and then All in Learning pulls that data back into a PLC report. So not only can I see how my class did, but I can collaborate with my teammates around looking at that data. That's the first way to share the assessment. The second way that I can share the assessment is I can share it more broadly. And what I will do is I'm going to click Actions, and I'm going to use the Get Embed link to share with teachers. So All in Learning just created a link, and I'm just going to click Copy that embed link. And now I can share this with other teachers. So maybe we have a Google Doc. So here's a Google Doc where my team is creating the assessments and putting the links here. So I've got the week 1, quiz 1, and I'm just going to paste in the link that I got from All in Learning. So now any teacher at my campus or any campus that's using this assessment, the teachers can just come in and click on that link, and it will automatically prompt them to log into All in Learning and then activate that assessment for their class. So we can put this in calendars, we can put this in LMSs that we may be using to share with other teachers. So whatever our resource of choice is to collaborate and share with other teachers, we can use All in Learning and drop that link in. And this gives us an easy, simple way to share this with other teachers at our campus and other campuses as well. The second example I want to go over is I want the students to take the assessment on their device. Now you can pull questions from our item bank to do that, but I actually have an assessment that I want to give my class that's already written that I've used in the past. And so this assessment may be in a Word document. The example that we're going to specifically use here is a PDF document. So I'm going to create a new assessment, and I'm going to build an assessment key with the PDF. And so I just want to highlight here a few things. That key process that we've already gone over, this is the exact same scenario here, but all that I'm doing is I'm uploading a PDF of the actual test that the students will take. So they'll be able to scroll through and navigate through the PDF of the test that I've uploaded, but enter the answers in All in Learning. What does this keep you from having to do? Keeps you from having to type in every question and every answer and recreating that quiz or that test in All in Learning. This is a shortcut. It's an easier way home. You upload the PDF, you create the key, you attach the standards, and you're ready to give that assessment to the students. In another module, we'll cover how to post this to the student portal, but it's so easy, and the students can easily go in and take this quiz or test. In addition to the assessment key with PDF, you see there's some import options. You can import from PowerPoint or Word, and you can also import from the item bank. In that scenario, we're going to have individual slides for each question, all right? And you get some additional benefits like scrambling the test in that example. We have step-by-step instructions under the Support tab for importing PowerPoint and Word, and also using the item bank as well. So you'll want to use that Support tab and find those articles to get the step-by-step instructions that we provide there. Now, the last thing that I want to show you how to fix a problem. So in this scenario, I made an error when I created the key for this test. There's an easy way to fix it in All in Learning. What I do is I go to the Reports tab and Sessions, and you'll see the assessment that you want to fix there. So there's 4.6a spiral. That's the assessment where I made the error. So I made the error when I created this assessment, and I'm the one that fixes it. All right. And what's nice is that I can just click on the Actions tab here, and there's an option that says Edit Key and Standards. So in Edit Key and Standards, I just click on that, and you'll see here is I've got the key. All right. And I can fix not only a correct answer or change an answer, but I can also change a standard. All right. So if the correct answer to question 1 wasn't D, it was B, I can fix that. And also, if there's a question that just wasn't good that we want to throw out and not include, all we do is we just click Omit, and it omits that question from the test. Now, what's nice is that I created this key, I shared it with my team, and all of us graded 75 students' tests. So we collected that data, we've got it. What we don't have to do is we don't have to go in and grade those again. When I modify the key to make it to make it correct, all that I do is I click Save, and it goes and updates my data and everyone else's data at the same time. So we don't have to scan the tests again or grade the tests again. So again, we're saving you a lot of time in the creation. We can fix problems after the fact. What you've identified really quickly is the students that struggled and who needs help. And we saved you a ton of time in the process.